The 21st century. Transportation, space travel, robotics, teleconferencing,
Right here.
and supersonic sports.
Alright, when I was a kid, I used to think that our cities would be pretty much the same as those depicted in the Jetsons cartoons.
Hey, Doc, you better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
I used to tell my parents that they would need to make space in our house for the flying car I would buy when I grew up. I don't think that we will see in our cities flying cars anytime soon, or android robots walking among us. But I believe that our cities will transform, not because of the natural course of technological advances, but rather they will be the result of the present needs to remedy the illnesses of modern day cities while pursuing sustainable development. Greener spaces, efficient transportation, and cities that promote the well-being of its inhabitants. I believe that the city of the future will have the following 10 characteristics. Efficient public transportation. As a way to reduce and alleviate the traffic congestion suffered in major cities around the world, the city of the future will provide efficient ways of public transportation. We will have subway and city bus systems that are smart and change based on demand and peak hours. Ownership of private vehicles will decrease thanks to services like Uber, and in the future, we might use smart vehicles that can be summoned in a click. Roads will transform, giving priority to shared bicycle systems and driverless cars. Greener spaces. Given the current levels of air pollution, the city of the future will have more green spaces per square meter than most modern cities. Every building and space available will be used either for urban farming or for biodiversity conservation. Efficient waste management systems. Due to conspicuous consumption, waste generation rates are increasing dramatically. According to an article in Nature, solid waste might exceed 11 million tons per day by 2100. Therefore, I believe that waste reduction efforts will only intensify. The city of the future will have efficient waste management systems in order to use the waste generated to produce energy, give other uses to recycle materials, and will enforce policies that encourage less waste. Renewable energy. Still in their infancy though, renewables will be the norm in the city of the future. Instead of normal glass, buildings will be covered with solar panels. Offshore wind farms will be usual, and all city services will be connected to renewable energy plants and systems. Electric charging stations. The concept of gas stations will disappear, and instead, we will find electric charge stations all around the city. It will be the norm to find electric stations in every parking lot available, from shopping malls to office and apartment buildings. Internet of Things. While the Internet of Things is a concept that currently is limited to the appliances and devices at our home and offices, in the city of the future, all of its citizens will be connected to each other and to the city itself. Information will flow seamlessly between our own devices, shopping centers, gas bills, bank accounts, cars, etc. We will not need physical credit cards or banknotes anymore. We will be connected to traffic systems, health services, and e-commerce stores. Are you on a wheelchair? The city will know and will provide you with the facilities needed for you. Artificial islands. The city of the future will conquer every space available. If located in the coast or close to a big body of water, the city will make use of it by having artificial floating islands. Land reclamation will only increase, as we can see the concept starting to evolve in other countries like in the Middle East or Southeast Asia. Sky cities. The city of the future might be contained in a few dozen of massive buildings. We will not need to get out of our apartment buildings anymore. We'll have parks, shopping malls, schools, banks, restaurants, offices, and everything we might need housed in only one building. Smart planning. The city of the future will be built upon current cities. I believe that urban spaces will be torn apart and redeveloped in a smart way in order to be able to provide the services needed. Hospitals, schools, shopping malls, all within a reach of 5 minutes regardless of the distance, while they will have their own facilities for self-sustainability. Holistic city. Cities will be designed using a holistic approach. That is, they will have to take into account not only physical but also emotional needs of their inhabitants. The city of the future will have spaces that will help to reduce stress or stimulate physical activities. Every sidewalk will have a running track and ambient music will be played while we commute in order to reduce our stress. Our cities will evolve in order to support human beings from an emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual point of view.